Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a makeup routine, kind of get ready with me sort of vibe tutorial-ish while answering the questions that you guys asked in my question box that I put on Instagram. So if you want to see how I got this look, which is my everyday look, go ahead and keep watching and here's some tea that I gotta spill. Disclaimer, I'm not a makeup artist. I don't claim to be. I'm not a makeup guru, beauty influencer, whatever you want to call it. I'm not claiming myself as one or anything. This is just what I do and what works for my skin. And if you want to give it a shot and try out the products, I do recommend because they do work for me. But yeah, I just wanted to lay that out there. One of the questions that was asked a few times on my Instagram question box was, what is your makeup routine? So I figured I would do a get ready with me makeup routine tutorial sort of thing while I answer a bunch of you guys' other questions that you asked, to kind of knock out all of it in one video. So we're just gonna get right to it because I could stall this forever. This circle thing is my mirror, so if you see it, sorry, but you know, I gotta see myself. So yeah, I always put my hair back to some extent when I do my makeup, because if I don't, these curls will be all twisted in the makeup. So I do my base in a really weird order, I think, but it's fine. I start with Tarte Shape Tape concealers. I have a lighter one and a darker one. I probably will only use the lighter one today. It's medium sand, if you're wondering my shade. And then on top of that, I just used a little bit of the Maybelline Super Stay foundation. I also have all the questions written down, so if I'm looking over here, this is what I'm looking at. So the first question is, where did I get the sweater that I was wearing in the question box that I posted? And I got it from Hollister. Hollister has like such cute sweaters, so I tend to go there. Speaking of, somebody asked my favorite fall winter sweaters, like where I get them. And definitely Hollister, like I just mentioned. And I also, oh, not the hair. I also go to Target, Amazon. Yeah, blend. See, I don't know why I start with the concealer. I honestly just think it acts more as a primer for me because I don't use primer. But yeah, so I don't know why I start with that, but I do. Okay, next question. Do I have a boyfriend? And somebody was also asking for dating tips. No, I don't have a boyfriend. And that being said, I feel like I'm not, that just squirted, but it's fine. That being said, I feel like I'm not qualified to give dating advice because what can I give? I mean, I hear communication is good, and I also agree with that. But I also think it's important to kind of try or aim for finding somebody who also feels like your best friend. Somebody asked me what my favorite book is. So I don't read. That's so bad. I don't. I really, also this is the Maybelline foundation. I don't read. I wish I did. The act of reading looks super cool and like fancy, I guess. And my friend Kenzie reads all the time and I applaud her for it, but I just don't have the quiet mind and like focus for it. But if you guys have good book recommendations that can get your girl to read, let me know, because maybe I'll try it. That being said, somebody asked me if I was in college, and yes, I am. I am currently majoring in marketing and advertising. What is my dream job? My dream job would probably be something in TV and like movie kind of style entertainment industry. I love acting, and I used to do theater growing up, actually. Still growing up, but you get the point. I stopped. But yeah, it would definitely be something in like the line of work with like celebrities. So maybe one day. What are some of my must-haves? I don't really know what this is in regards to, so I'm just gonna do my interpretation of it. I have to have a water bottle. It doesn't have to be a Stanley. I used to have a Hydro Flask, but I need to have like water. It's like an emergency water at all times. Like, I've accidentally taken it into restaurants sometimes because I'm just so used to carrying it everywhere. Another must-have, I hate to say it, but it's probably my phone. Oh, it kills me to say that. I don't want to be that person, but you know, I gotta be in contact. I gotta stay up on stuff, so it would unfortunately be my phone. Another must-have, I have to have jewelry on. Oh my gosh, I need to have a necklace if I'm going anywhere out of the house, and same with my earrings. I can handle without rings, but necklace and earrings, it changes the game for me. I just feel more like me, and just like I can live better with my jewelry on. I don't know what it is. I feel like I've been like that since I was little. Like, I've always loved just having like random bracelets on and all that stuff, which is partly why, I mean, multiple reasons why I got a permanent bracelet and anklet, but it's always on me now. Okay, back to makeup. For bronzer, contour type of stuff, I either do the KVD liquid contour or the Hoola Benefit. This is more of my go-to, honestly. I really like the color of this one, so I'll probably just do the Hoola one today. Somebody asked, what are some of my skincare must-haves, or like my favorite ones? And I would probably say the CeraVe, you know what I'm talking about. I think it's the Cream de Foam Hydrating Cleanser, I want to say. And then their face lotion is so good. I love it for my skin. But products that I use, like besides a face wash and face lotion, is the Paula's Choice Exfoliate, and actually the Snail Mucin. I did hop on that train, and I kind of go alternate nights with the Snail Mucin and the Exfoliate. It works for me. I love it. Is this even the right order to do makeup in? Like, I don't know. Somebody asked me where do I get most of my clothes, and I kind of answered that when I was talking about the sweaters, but I definitely Amazon shop way too much. Way too much, but I'm obsessed. It comes fast. They have good options, and their knockoff stuff for some stores are really good, so definitely Amazon. Which I just made a storefront, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, and I do link a lot of the products that I'm using. I link as many as I can, and then a bunch of the outfits that I wear and you guys have probably seen will also be linked, so if you want to look there, it'll be linked down below. But anyways, definitely Amazon, Target, Hollister. Honestly, Target, Amazon is like what fills my closet. For jeans or like pants, probably Levi's and Cotton On. Oh my gosh, Cotton On is so, I love Cotton On. I don't even know if I put this stuff in the right spots, but it's fine. Okay, now for the juicy question that everybody wanted to know. I need to like read this one. How did you start working with Sierra and the team? What's it like working for Sierra? Does the age gap between you and the Schulte crew affect your relationship? And how are you related to Sierra? I'm just gonna answer all of those at once because it's a collective answer. I was a fan of Sierra's for like honestly forever. I want to say since like 2016 maybe, around then. And I also went to church and high school with her younger brother, who I've known since like middle school. I knew her younger brother and Sierra as just like separate people. I knew of him, and then I also watched Sierra, and for some reason it never came across that they were brother and sister. So I was talking to my best friend one day and I was like, oh my gosh, have you heard of Sierra, blah blah blah, whatever. Basically I was a fan, and I met her a couple times just at one of his basketball games in high school, and then I went to her live event that happened a few years back, and then my sister ended up dating her younger brother, and now they're married. So when they were dating, we were at like a Super Bowl party at her younger brother's house, and I went up to her and I was like, hey Sierra, I was like, if you ever need like an extra or just like extra hands or anything, I love photography, I love video making, like all that stuff, content creating, so if you need help, let me know. She reached out, she needed help one day. Somebody on the team couldn't make it to one of the shoots, and so in an hour I got ready and left and was where I needed to be, and now I work for her. It happened so fast. It was so cool. But anyways, it is so fun working for Sierra, and it's really fun to also just tell people what I do, because people in my bubble don't really do what I do, and so it's been really fun just like talking to my family and just like a bunch of friends and stuff who also watch Sierra, and just getting to share my experience, which again is so fun. Like, oh my gosh, I love it. For some reason, I like to just stop after bronzer and start doing my mascara set. That's what I'm gonna do now. For mascara, I always use a spoolie, nothing on it, and brush my eyelashes, and then I curl them, and then I brush them again, and then I use this telescopic black brown mascara for like lengthening and stuff, but then I use this volume mascara, the Maybelline Falsies one, on like the base, and then I just let it dry for a second, and then I use the lengthening one. But anyways, the age gap, it does not affect anything. We're all really close as a team, and I also have known like Paloma and Ryan for years, because I did theater with them, and so being on a team with them, it was, oh my gosh, it was just like reconnecting. Like haven't like completely lost contact over the years, but it was just so fun to like now be back in like close quarters with them and just have fun doing what we all love to do. But between the rest of the team, it's really not that big of a deal, especially for me. I always hung out with like older people growing up. I was the youngest in like my entire family for a couple years, and so I just was always drawn to like adults and older people and all that stuff because I was the baby, so that was my only choice. It's literally whatever. I mean, I think a lot of the time they forget that I'm only 20, so it's kind of funny, but yeah, doesn't really play a big factor in any of it really. Although when they do realize that I'm 20, it becomes a topic. They're like, all of a sudden it's like the baby, and they do call me Baby J, which I think is so funny. But they do love to tease me sometimes how I am not 21 yet. And you know what? That's fine, because time flies, and soon enough I will be, and then they will have nothing to laugh at. Just kidding. I have seen a few comments before, I think it was on Sierra's video or something, that I was in about my eyelashes, which first of all, thank you. I try to make my lashes look the best they can all the time. But I do use an eyelash serum now. I used to not, but now I do. I use the Babe Lash serum. So far I've had no reaction, and I have really sensitive eyes and it's given me no problem. So yeah, I do use that now. And then last but not least, the part of that question, Sierra and I are not related, although we do look more alike than me and my actual biological birth sister. For some reason, we do look very much alike, and people who don't know what my sister looks like, honestly, they do assume that Sierra is my sister. So at this point, I say we just go with it. Okay, while that base coat of mascara is drying, also, I tend to get mascara literally all over my eyelids, so I do use micellar water and a Q-tip while I do my mascara because it makes a mess. Aside from all of the Sierra talk, somebody asked me what my favorite Kelly Clarkson cover is. Not one of her favorite songs, because that is absolutely too hard. But then again, the covers is also a hard question, because on her talk show, she literally does a cover of a song before every single show. So she has like hundreds of covers. So, oh, it's so hard actually. I thought I had an answer, but now I'm like second guessing. For the time being, and not being able to hold the entire collection of covers in my head right now, I would say, I mean, Happier Than Ever, her Billie Eilish cover, top notch. I saw it live and I was just in awe the entire time. So that one is definitely at the top. And she does Queen of the Night, which was really good as well. But she has so many good covers. That's like an impossible question actually. I thought it was gonna be easier, but now that I'm thinking about it, there's too many. There's so many. I'm gonna leave those two for now. She's covered Adele. She's done Christina Aguilera, my other top 2 favorite artists. So like, oh my gosh, maybe I'm wrong. Whatever, I can't ponder on that for too long. I will go absolutely crazy. Ooh, what is my coffee order? It changes, but I will say that my go-to is probably just like a vanilla latte. Vanilla, I feel like I said that's so strange. A vanilla latte. And I do almond milk. And normally I do half calf or decaf, because I have learned that caffeine makes me so jittery and makes me so anxious more than I already am. So we had to change that. Okay, mascara is complete. I could do mascara for hours and hours. Okay, moving on. What is your favorite musical? There's so many. I'm literally looking at my entire musical playlist. In no particular order, my favorite, I can't just pick one musical. There's absolutely no way. Also, if you couldn't tell at this point, I am so indecisive. So indecisive. It like affects my life, but it's fine. Rent, gotta be in the top. Pretty Woman, the musical, absolutely. Those are for sure in the top of a sort. Next to Normal, I love Next to Normal. It's kind of underrated. It's not very talked about. And of course, like Mamma Mia, I literally have a tattoo for that movie, musical, show, entirety of a thing. It's like my comfort. Oh, I love it. And then of course there's like Hamilton, and Waitress is really good. I haven't seen it, but I heard Hadestown is really good. The music is really fun and good. There's so many, but I will again just leave it at that because there's so many. Okay, for blush, I use 2 different blushes. I use the Pixie stick blush thing in the shade, I have no idea, but it's, oh, Juicy. I think. I don't know, it just says Juicy on the back, so I'm gonna go with it. But it's like the lighter, not the super light one, not the super dark one, somewhere in between. And then this is relatively new to my makeup routine, but the Kylie blush, oh my gosh, it's the Winter Kissed one. It's so good. I love the shade of it. I used to use the Jaclyn Hill one in like this duo bronzer blush thing. How did people, yeah. As you can see, the blush was loved. It was used. Anyways, so I start with the Pixie blush because I feel like cream before powder makes sense so that it like sticks to it. So yeah. Okay, more questions. What is my favorite food? Oy, ay, ay. Another deciding question. I look like a clown. It's fine. I blend it after I let it set for a second. Just trust me. Trust me. Honestly, potatoes. I'm a sucker for potatoes. French fries, mashed potatoes, tater tots, baked potatoes, waffle fries, sweet potato fries. Oh, there's so many different things you could do with potatoes. And then I also love salads and sandwiches. I know people are gonna be like blah 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 about salads, whatever, think what you want to think. I love them and I find them refreshing and they taste good, and you can, there's so many different kinds. Same with sandwiches, like it's endless. Okay, so I put this blush stuff, just normal blush areas, except maybe the chin isn't as normal as I want to think. But I definitely like a little bit of like a sunburnt, or I guess in winter it's like frostbitten look. And then I do put some on my forehead as well. I don't know, I feel like it brings it together of a sort, you could say. Okay, after I do like the cream blush, like I mentioned, I then go in with my Kylie blush, which took me by surprise because I expected it to be like at least like $20, but it was $12, and I was like, okay, Kylie. I also heard her concealer is also like so good, so if that interests you, there you go. I really think I messed this framing up, but that's okay. Somebody else asked what is on the top of my bucket list. That's a difficult one because again, it involves deciding. And I really don't think about it as much as maybe I probably should. I don't know if there's like, I don't know. But I would say probably to go to Greece. It just seems like such a fun, pretty place. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I heard from a source that it's one of Jennifer Aniston's favorite places. So I guess I need to check it out. But yeah, I'd probably want to go to Greece and also just like meet celebrities. Oh, gosh, if you couldn't tell from literally every single one of my videos, celebrities come up. I have like this crazy just like interest and like fascination with them. I don't know, I feel like it's really cool to like see different sides of life and just like ways of living. I don't know, but yeah, I feel like that would be bucket list stuff. I'm a sucker for blush. If you can't see, I could paint my entire face with blush at this point and just think it's fine. I don't know. Of course I got some silly questions from the people that I know in my everyday life, such as my sister. My sister would like to know who my favorite sister is. It's you, Beth. It's you. I only have one sister. I have a bunch of chosen sisters, but obviously my bestie for life. Sisters by chance, friends by choice. That's what we like to say. Yes, the Liv and Maddie quote, which I'm guessing it was around before Liv and Maddie, but you get it. Next for the makeup, I use the Fit Me pressed powder thing. I've had this forever, like forever. I should probably get a new one, but it works. I do want to get the Charlotte Tilbury, why can I never say that word just once? I don't know how to say it, really. I want to get that pressed powder because I heard it's just like chef's kiss. So maybe an after Christmas situation. There's a bunch of new products that I want to get after Christmas, so who knows, I may have to update this whole thing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure my friend asked me who my favorite neighbor is. That'd be you, Jaden. No, I'm not talking in third person. I don't really know how to like use this stuff for real or like set my under eyes. I just put it in places and I think it works, and I don't know. I've done with powder, I've done no powder, I've only used powder before, so I'm just finding a good mix. My friend also asked me, when are we starting our podcast? And you know, I say whenever. Is that a thing that people would watch? Let me know. Should I start a podcast? I've thought about it. I mean, 20 whatever, I learn a lot from them, so who knows, maybe I do start a podcast. Another friend asked me, well, I'm gonna rephrase the question. Basically, why did I stop working at the restaurant I used to be working at? It was just time to move on. I think I was there for almost 3 years, and I got to the point where I was like, you know, I think I need to start doing more career-based things and just really focus and get done with school, because I don't like school and I don't want to be in it forever, and I tend to prioritize work over school, unfortunately. So I was like, I need to cut one of the factors out and I can't quit school, so I left the restaurant. So I only have one job right now and being a college student instead of 2 jobs and a college student. So hopefully life will get a little bit smoother with that. I forgot one of the questions that somebody else I know asked me, but they asked me what my next tattoo's gonna be, and I don't know, but I think like a written one, like a words, not so much a picture or something like that. I definitely was thinking about it, like I mentioned in my Adele vlog, the Bye Babes little heart confetti that I have. I think that's super cute and like unique because it's not like everybody has that, or like has access to get that. But maybe lyrics to a song, just something little. But I do need to start planning out my spine tattoo because I really want a spine tattoo. Okay, so I take this brown eyeliner. I use brown on my eyes because I did a color analysis thing with Sierra in the team, and I learned that I should not be using black mascara. But I use this like darker brown eyeliner, and I put it on my tight line, which people don't know what a tight line is, which I thought was like well-known information, but it's the line that's like under your eyelashes, and your waterline is the one that's on your bottom lashes. The more you know. I look insane when I do this. Does it need to be sharpened? No. Ow, ow, ow. There's something about this that like brings my eyes together. I don't know, just like the darker top. I don't even know if you can really tell a difference. I don't mind if I walk out of the house without it, but it is something that I really try to remember and do because I think it looks better, I don't know, on me. And to wrap this up, I'm just gonna add a little bit of bronzer on my eyelids, and then pretty much call it a day. And for the bronzer that I do use, it is in like the dual Jaclyn Hill palette. I just had it. I'm pretty sure it was like one of the first ones I got, but it's the Warm Flush and Golden Goddess duo for Jaclyn Cosmetics. And then finally for lips, I use one of the NYX lip liners. I use whatever color you would call that. It's so rubbed off, I don't even know. But the NYX ones are really good. NYX, I don't know, I really like them. I don't really overline. Sometimes if I'm feeling a little saucy, I will. It's so hard to talk and do this. If I do overline or like want something a little bit more puckered, I kind of just like get rid of my Cupid's bow. So that's what I do for lip liner. I do kind of like go into my lips more, and then I have a couple products that I like to use like on my lips, which is the Dior lip oil, but you can literally get knockoffs on Amazon for so cheap. I was gifted this. I did not buy it, but I do use it, and it does look pretty good. I cannot tell you how many butter glosses I have from NYX as well. NYX, I don't know what people call it. They're just so good and just so smooth. I am a big fan. And then I also have this Kylie. It's a slight plumper, a little bit, but it's a really nice like little shimmery just basic gloss, and I want to say it's in the shade Curve Him Vibes. I don't really know which one I'm going to do today, and honestly it'll probably change by the end of the day, but I think I'm gonna use the Kylie one because it's just so pretty. It's pretty sheer, but it like blends the lip liner together, and so it kind of creates its own little lip combo. After that, I just do one last spray with my setting spray. If it's looking a little bit too matte, I will use the Anastasia Dewy set, which adds a little bit more dew to the look and a little bit more shimmer. So I'll spray it just a little bit with this, and then I'll end it with this dewy setting spray. Gotta have that mini fan, I'm telling you, game changer. Okay, so that is my finished makeup look. This is really what I do day to day. Sometimes if I'm going for like a different base, I will use like the Lumi Glotion or start with like the Glow Recipe drops. It really depends, but for like a standard covers all ground, these are my staple products that I will use. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this answered your guys' general question of what my makeup routine is or what products I use and all that stuff. If you try them, let me know. I would love to hear how they work for you or didn't work for you. I'm also always looking for new makeup products, so if you have recommendations, also let me know. I am open to all that feedback and opinions and all that stuff. So with that being said, again, my Amazon storefront and my other socials will be linked down below if you want to check those out. Always let me know what you guys want to see next. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye babes.